Hi, this is javinkharod, a chemical engineer by profession, going to continue our today's topic, dye penetration inspection. Now, what is dye penetration inspection? Also called liquid penetrant inspection or penetrant testing, is a widely applied to lower cost inspection method used to check surface breaking defect in all non-porous material, metal, plastic or ceramic. The penetrant may be applied to all non-ferrous material and ferrous material all through course. Ferrous component magnetic particle inspection is often used instead for its prescribed detection capability. Dry penetration inspection is used to detect casting, forging and welding surface defects such as hairline, crack, surface, porosity, leaks in new product and fatigue crack in services component. Now, its history. The oil and whistling method used in railroad industries in the early 1990s was the first recognized used the principle penetration to detect the crack. The oil and whiting method used to oil solvent for cleaning followed by the application whiting chalk coating which absorb oil from the crack revealing their location. Soon the dye was added to liquid by 1940. The fluorescent or visible dye was added to the oil use. Penetrant test object experience shown. The temperature and soak time was important. This started the particle written instruction to provide standard uniform result. This use written procedure has evolved, giving the ability for design engineer and manufacturer to get high standard result from any porosity trained certified liquid penetrant testing technique. Dry penetration inspection based upon capillary action where lower surface tension fluid penetrate into clean and dry surface breaking discontinuity. The penetrant may be applied to test component by dipping, spraying or brushing after adequate penetration time has been allowed. The excess penetrant is removed and a developer is applied. The developer helps to draw penetrant out of the flow so that the invisible indication becomes visible to the inspector. Inspection is performed under ultraviolet white light depending on type of dye used, fluorescent and non-fluorescent visibility. Now, pre-cleaning the test surface is cleaned to remove any dirt, paint, oil, grease or any loose scale. The color either keep penetrate out, the detect causes irrelevant false indication. Cleaning method may be include solvent, alkaline, cleaning step, vapor decreasing or media blasting and the end goal. This is step to clean surface where any detect present in open, the surface dry and free contamination. Note that the media blasting is used in may work over small discontinuity in the part and etching but recommended as the post-blasting treatment. Now application of penetrant. The penetrant is then applied. The surface of the item being tested. The penetrant is usually brilliant color, mobile with a high wetting capability. The penetrant is allowed at dual time to soak into any flow generally 5 to 30 minutes. The dual time mainly depends upon the penetrant being used, the material being tested, the size of flow, south as expected. Smaller flow require long penetrated time due to their incompatible nature. One of most careful to apply solvent-based penetrant to a surface which is to inspected with water washable developer. Excess penetrant removal. The excess penetrant is then removed from the surface. The removal method is controlled by the type of penetrant used. Water washable, solvent removable, lyophilic, post-emulsifiable, hydrophilic post-emulsifiable. They are common choice. Emulsifier represent the highest sensitivity level and chemically interact with oily penetrant to make it removable with a water spray when using solvent remover. Lint, pre-cloth and important not spray the solvent on the test surface directly because they can remove penetrate from the flow. It excess penetrate is not properly removed. Once the developer is applied, it may leave a background, the developed area can mask indication dictate. In addition, this may also produce false indication, severely hinder the ability to proper inspection. Also removable. Excessive penetrate is done toward the direct either vertically or horizontally as the case may be. Application development. After excess penetrate has been removed, a while developer is applied to the sample. Several developer type are available including non-aqueous, wet developer, dry powder, wet suspendable, water soluble, choice of developer, govern penetrate, compatibility. One can't use water soluble, suspendable developer, which water washable penetrate, and by inspection condition. When using non-aqueous developer or dry powder, the sample must be dry prior application, while soluble and suspendable developer are applied by still wet from the previous step. The commercially available aerosol spray cans and may be employed acetone, isopropyl alcohol or propellant, that is combination of two. Developers will be semi-transparent and can coating on the surface. The developer draw penetrate from dictate out onto surface from a visible indication commonly used. Bleed out any area. The bleed out any indication location, orientation, possible type, dictate on the surface, interpreting the result, characterize the dictate and indication form, require some of training and experience, the indication size, non-actual size, dictate. Now inspection. The inspector will use visible light for adequate intensity, 100-foot candle or 100 lux. The typical, the visible light penetrant, ultraviolet, radiation adequate intensity, 1000 micron per centimeter square is common, along with low ambient light level, less than 2-foot candle or fluorescent penetrant examination inspection of the test surface should take place 10 to 30 minutes developer time. This depend on the take place after 10 to 30 minutes developer time and the dependent on the penetrant and developer use the time delay allowed in loading actions to occur. The inspector may observe the sample indication formation when using visible light, and it is good practice to observe indication as they form because of characteristics of the bleed out and significant part interpretation characteristic low. Now post cleaning. The test surface is often cleaned after inspection and recording dictate, especially the post inspection coating process. They are setting is now its advantage and disadvantage. The main advantage dry penetration inspection are speed of the test and low cost. Disadvantage include the detection, the only surface flow, skin irritation, and inspection should be on smooth clean surface where excessive penetrate can be removed. Prior being developed, conductive test on the rough surface such as welded bed will make it difficult to remove any excessive penetrate and could result in false indication. Water washable penetrate should be considered. Here no other options is available. Also, certain surface, the great enough color contract cannot be achieved or dye is spin and workpieces. Limited training is required to the operator. Also, experience is quite valuable. Proper cleaning is necessary. Assure that surface contaminant have been removed. Any dictate present, clean and dry. Some of cleaning method have shown to determine test sensitivity. So the acid etching and remove metal shimmering to reopen dictate may be necessary. Penetrance inspection can also apply non-porous material. Okay guys, this is up to this topic. Next chapter we consider another chemical engineering topic. Till then, goodbye. Do take good care of yourself and wish you a very happy Sunday.